All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash. Double honors to the Apostles of Israel, aka the Apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So, few things, through the spirit. I was reading some scripture today randomly, and I came across. I was in the book of Isaiah, the 51st chapter. But what really sparked this off is what I put in the title was Jeremiah, the 31st chapter. A few verses out of that. I believe it's the 8th and 12th verse, and verses 33 to like 37, right? So as I'm reading it, so a little later, after I'm reading it, not too much later, like maybe like 10, 15, 20 minutes later, some shit like that, I get an alert from the YouTube, and it talks about that Hezbollah just attacked Amalek with one of the biggest attacks or bombardment of drones or missiles, whatever, which is today, October 8th. So they said that since it started, that was the biggest attack that they've committed, or whatever that. So that sparked more. So like, yo, damn, like that's really not them. Like they're really not the children of Israel, because here it is, they're in the land of Israel, but y'all not fitting none of the prophecies as it says when the nation of Israel was taken out of the land of Israel and then brought back. Y'all not fitting the things, the events that should have took place for y'all to be in that land. And when you read, I mean, you got the popular ones like, Ezekiel the 36th chapter. You have Revelation 2 and 9, which talks about the synagogue of Satan. I can talk about them as well, obviously our own people. But, fast forward, that's them now. But my main one is Ezekiel the 36th chapter, because it actually says Idumea is in the land of Israel. But it also talks about in Joel the 3rd chapter how the Grecians, the Arabs, and all that, how what they did to the children of Israel, part of the land. But when you go into Jeremiah the 31st chapter, the 8th and 12th verses, and verses 33 to 37, it really sets the tone to it like, yo, that's hardcore evidence in the scriptures that that's not y'all. Because being that y'all in the land and then y'all was put in that land by other men, other Edomites, by the way, so-called white people, and then you portrayed yourself as to be the children of Israel, but you're not. And plenty of scriptures back it up that that's not y'all, and that it's actually us. So when you actually have to understand it through the spirit of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, to know like, yo, like that's not them. And the way the earth is, the way the people respond to you also goes to show that you're not the children of Israel, because it said when the nation of Israel was back in the land of Israel, the nations will like worship you. The nations will throw their idols away. They don't do none of that with y'all. You got all these other nations still worshiping their idols, so on and so forth. All right. So that's what it started off. Because you see the picture is a bunch of small hats. They look like they're doing their Torah studies, and it's funny because the whole issue of the small hats being exempt from military fighting being expired, and the fact that y'all still are at war with, period, goes to also show that you're not the children of Israel. Because it said once the children of Israel went back into the land of Israel, it said what? The nation shall learn war no more. But here it is, the nations are learning more and more war, and they're warring with you in the land. So you don't fit none of the problems to where like, yo, y'all the children, it's y'all. Y'all the sons of God, sons and daughters of God. No. Okay? But without further ado, I'm gonna read this. So this is the scripture that actually sparked it off. So it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 34, and it reads, "And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more." So what is a Torah study if you're the children of Israel, and the Lord is supposed to put all his truth, all his law, statutes, commandments in your inward parts, which is going to say in the next verse, I believe. But they go what? The reason why they were trying not to go to the military, because they said for their Torah studies. But you're the children of Israel. What do you need to study for? It's already supposed to be embedded in your inward parts, right? You're in the land. You weren't in the land at one time. Now you're in the land. So it said when the nation of Israel went back into the land of Israel, it said what? The Lord said he's going to put his law in our inward parts. He's going to give us immortality. The Lord was going to be there. King David was going to be there. It was going to be a whole glorious thing on the earth, which that's not what y'all had since y'all been in that land. It's been nothing glorious for y'all, man. Yeah, y'all got the fatness of the earth, but it wasn't a glorious kingdom. And it hasn't been an everlasting kingdom. Because why? You getting attacked. You had to flee. You had them so-called them Amalekites, small hats, whatever. They had to flee from northern Israel because all the attacks from Hezbollah. Where's that in the scripture to where like y'all was gonna be out the land, back in the land, but the nation was still gonna attack y'all? You make you small hats, you Amalekites, you make the scriptures contradict themselves with your presence being in our land, man. But continuing on. Okay, no, so yeah, Salaki. So up at verse 33. So Jeremiah 31 and 33. So it says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. So what did that happen for you small hats? The law is now your inward parts, because why do you still need to do Torah studies? Why do you still need to do Torah studies when you are supposed to have the laws in your inward parts? Thus saith the Lord. And why is the earth not representing your God? And I'm gonna read the other verses, but like it's like y'all these few verses I came across today, just like I was like, oh shit, damn. That talk about one way to skin a cat, and that's just one book. That's just the book of Jeremiah. It says in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 33, it says. Matter of fact, to give it more content, I'm gonna go up to verse 31. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which that's not y'all, that's us. And it says, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord. Now, that's the context of that. So it says that, oh, when we came out of Egypt, we broke that covenant that he made with us as us out of Egypt. So we haven't been back in that land ever since. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. We haven't been back in that land since. So who the fuck are y'all? All right. It says, verse 33, it says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. So after what? The last days. We in the last days. But the nations are still at war. The daughter of Babylon is still around. You have the western side of the world still being inhabited. The Lord said that once America was destroyed, the daughter of Babylon, that they shall not be inhabited no more. And the one main thing is you devils, you don't have immortality. You didn't get put back in the land on a majestic, glorious manner. All right. Verse 34, so Jeremiah 31:34 says, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for they shall all know me. But remember, it says in the 33rd verse, it says, I will make the house of Israel after those days, save the Lord, I will put my law in the inward parts. So why do you need to learn it? Why do you need Torah studies if the law should be in your inward parts? Thus saith the God of Jacob, and you're supposed to be Jacob, Judah at that. You're supposed to be the lawgiver. So why is the world? Why do you not have the earth following the law, statutes, commandments of the Torah? Why it said that the Lord, when the nation of Israel got back in power, which you're in power right now, but you're not the nation of Israel. It said when the true Israelites got back into power, it said that the nation shall learn our ways. The law of the land is not the Torah. Yeah, it's amongst y'all. So you think, but why do you need Torah studies if you're the Israelites and the laws are supposed to be in your inward parts? And it says the same thing in the book of Ezekiel. It says the same thing in what? I think that's Ezekiel. And there's many other scriptures that put bullet holes and red flags up for you being the children of Israel, man. Okay, so that's verse 34. So now verse 35. And in the caption, in the caption for this, it says the city shall be built. Now, what's being built over there in Israel right now? They're being bombed. They're being bombed in the Holy Land. They're being bombed as we speak. I just got the notification that said they just got the one of the biggest bombings ever since this shit started. You just had the year anniversary since you were attacked, which also cut a red flag. What are you being attacked for? You're supposed to be in a kingdom of peace. When the true Israelites get back in power, they would not dare. They would not dare. Ain't gonna be no casualties in the kingdom of Israel once the everlasting kingdom is established. We're never gonna die. The Lord says he's coming back with immortality. Where is that for y'all? There's casualties going. You got soldiers going to war right now as we speak. October 8th, 2024 AD. But you the Jews. Stop it. Now and now it's out. Now that the cat is out the bag. Now your skirt is being lifted. Every freaking day your skirt is being lifted more and more. All right. So this is Jeremiah chapter 31, chapter 31, verse 35, and it says, "Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea, when the waves thereof roar, the Lord of hosts is his name, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM." Right? So he talked about the sun, the moon, the stars, how they have their ordinance of light, right? Verse 36, and it says, "If those ordinances depart from me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever." Now, the reason why I read that scripture, because even though, man, they're not being expired yet, it sets a tone, so it's like, I bet. Who on the earth right now is attempting that? Small hats, Amalek. These elites, these banking families, they're Amalekites, just like the small hats that's in Israel now. They're the same people, so-called white people. They're the ones, and it says continuing on. It says verse 37 of Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 37, and it says, "Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured." Now, who's trying to measure the heavens? Who's out there with their space programs and all that, trying to see what's up there and discovering the planets and stars and all that? Who is doing that? Esau, Edom, so-called white man, so-called white people, the same people that's in Israel right now claiming to be the children of Israel. They're the same people. When you look at Benjamin Netanyahu and then you look at Joe Biden, it's the same motherfuckers. Another red flag on you red people. But continuing on, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundation of the earth searched out beneath," which Esau is also doing. And it says, "I will also cast off the seed of Israel for all that have done, saith the Lord." Right? So hold up. If Esau, Edom, Amalek, right? You are the ones that's attempting these things. But you're also the children of Israel? These elites are the same bloodline and the same people as the people in Israel now. Those small hats. And the small hats are abroad. That's another thing too. Why y'all so abroad? Why y'all so scattered? We know why we're scattered, but you have people in the Holy Land and in America and in other parts of the land, and now a lot of them are fleeing from certain parts of Israel because of this war that's going on. Another red flag, the war. The Lord said the nation shall learn war no more. They shall beat their swords back into plowshares. How is it right now? What's going on? All this war stuff, and now the war is intensifying. And yet you claiming to be the chosen? See, you claiming to be the children of Jacob, Israel? No. Now let's go to the other scriptures, the other verse in Jeremiah 31. I was going to use verses 8 and 12. Okay? Now, Jeremiah chapter 31, verses 8 and 12. I just read verses 33 to 37 where it talks about the ordinances being searched out from the heavens to the earth, which Esau is doing, which is also Amalekites doing it, these elites. But these elites are the same people as the people in Israel right now. So that sounds like some confusion, because you're the ones attempting to do the things that would cut off the nation of Israel from being a nation, cut off the seed of Israel, but you claiming to be the seed of Israel. Why are you trying to cut yourself off? All these red flags. But this is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 8, and it says, "Behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth," so where we've been scattered, "and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together, a great company shall return thither." That's not happening with y'all. And you still out here blind, lame, you still getting hurt, you still getting sick. They talk about you Amalekites, you be sometimes your reproductive shit is low. I don't know if it's Amalek or all of them Esau either, but either way, y'all all the same people. So how is it some of you are not good and some of you are good? You got the Amalekites that's out here trying to do the things that the Lord said would be accomplished. The Lord would cut off Israel from being a nation. But yet you also saying that you're the Israelites, you're the children of Jacob. Make it make sense. You can't, because it's a lie. It's confusion. That's why this place is. That's why the country backing you the most is what? Babylon the Great, the place of the greatest confusion. That's your biggest ally, Amalek, you small hats over there in the land of Israel. The cat is out. The truth is out. Your lies has been exposed, and they're being exposed more and more every day. And now you're being more and more despised every day. Okay? And now I'm jump down to verse 12. It says, "Therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord, for wheat and for wine, and for oil, and for the young of the flock and of the herd, and their soul shall be as a water garden, and they shall not sorrow. They shall not sorrow anymore at all." What's going on in Israel right now? Aren't they sorrowing? All them sirens going off, all the bombs going back and forth, all this Iron Dome shit. All of these things, it says what the IDF is traumatized right now. They're being bombarded by the Hezbollahs. But yet you claiming to be the children of Israel, but yet you not fit none of the prophecies of being the children of Israel in that land. Because it said, how you the children of Israel, right? When your own people are doing the things that said would cut off the seed of Israel from being a nation. The people that come from, the people that's just your people over there in the land of Israel, Amalek, the BBs and Gallants and all of that, the same people, your elites, are doing the things, having the things done that would say that would cut Israel off from being a nation. How that make sense? Please, inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to read that again. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 12. And it says, "Therefore, they shall come and sing in the height of Zion." That's not how y'all got there. Y'all didn't come there with singing. Because a little prior to that, you had the cost. And here the people that have been blessing you is America. They've been funding your money, giving you money. Billions of dollars every fucking year. And military aid. What do you need a military for? They said the nation shall learn war no more. Why do you need a military if you're supposed to be the children of Israel and in the land of Israel? And when the children of Israel was out of the land of Israel and went back, it said that the nation shall learn war no more. And yet you're in the land. You're in the land. And yet the nations are still warring. The nations are still fighting. Make it make sense. And it means the regular citizens, they still experiencing sorrow. Here it is. You got all them northern Amalekites, northern, I don't want to say the word ease. They had to flee out of northern Israel because of all the bombs coming from Lebanon and Hezbollah. Well, Hezbollah is in Lebanon. You got the whole shit going on with fighting the Palestinians, the Houthis. You got the uproars amongst the people in Israel. Talk about they want BB out of here. Like, come on, man. Come on. Where's the peace at? Where's it's a lot of non-peace and there's a lot of sorrow going on right now. And the Lord, and you're still trying to do Torah studies, but the Lord said he put the laws in our inward parts. He will put us in our minds, man. It said he was going to renew the nation of Israel. He said they were going to be changed. When will you change? You still get sick. You still die. You ain't no flavor. You ain't no salt. Nobody reverences you as being sons of God, daughters of God. That's just everybody's saying contrary now, because now you've been exposed to the whole world. Now the whole world knows what you're really about. And it's unrighteousness, it's evil, it's wicked. And that's why the Lord is now turning up on you motherfuckers. So call law Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI for that. Freaking Torah study. How you need to study something which should be in your inward parts, man? The Lord said that he was going to put it in our inward parts, man. We won't need to teach each other, man. The Lord's going to instill it in us. Why did he do that for you? Because you're not the Israelites. Period. You're not the Israelites, man. That's it. That's the only way to slice it. That's the only way it makes sense is that you're not the Israelites. Clearly. And you've been called out numerous times already, starting with the prophets of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI and other people in the world that have called you out. Your own Edomite brethren called you out. You even had so-called rabbis that say that, yeah, we know that y'all the real ones. Like, come on, man. Case closed. Throw away the key. Throw away the book. Stick a fork in them, they done. But what? It said they inherited lies. But somebody know the truth. Because to give a lie, you have to know the truth. These elites know that they're the Edomites, man. And they know that y'all the Edomites. You small hats, they know you Americans are the Edomites. They know you so-called white people are the Edomites that the Bible speak of and that the Lord hates you. That's why these devils, they're scurrying, they taking all their money out the fucking stock market. They're going in the underground bunkers. Where was that? Where's that? It said no more sorrow, no more hiding, no more. Oh, speaking of which, that's another thing I want to bring up. Wow, I remember call all Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the water Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, I believe it was 11 and 12. Okay, yeah, bet. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 11. I'm reading verse 11 and 12. And it says, therefore, the redeemed of the Lord shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and the land Zion. And it says an everlasting joy. What does everlasting mean? It means forever. Everlasting means it shall last forever. And it says everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Now, weren't they just mourning yesterday for the anniversary of them, that shit, so-called, the shit that happened a year ago? Weren't they just mourning for their fallen ones? So come on. How is it that you're still falling, you're still experiencing death, you're still experiencing mourning and sorrow? Quote unquote, IDF soldiers is getting taken out, getting bombarded by them Hezbollahs, Hezbollahs. I'm gonna read that again. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verses 11 and 12. It says, therefore the redeemed of the Lord shall return. So it means the elect. The elect. That's another thing too. Y'all all went up in there. But yet you didn't get immortality. You didn't get everlasting joy. You didn't get a lot of things that was promised to the nation of Israel once they went back to that land. If that's you guys. Okay? It says, therefore the redeemed of the Lord shall return and come with singing unto Zion, the land of Zion. And it says, an everlasting joy shall be upon their head. Everlasting joy. So once we went back into the land, once the Israelites went back to the land, they were supposed to have everlasting joy. You ain't never had that. Ever since you've been in there, you've been in some fucking war or some kind of bullshit, some kind of sorrow. Dying, getting old. And it's been and also too, speaking of this war, the war, since the small hats were exempt from war, military service, that was another thing that was causing a rift in that land amongst the same people. Where's that? It said we should all be on one page. We all gonna be good. Y'all not all good, and you got a lot of Amalek, small heads over here. Verse 12, and it says, and I, even I, am he that comforteth you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die? Now, aren't you men that still die? Why would the Lord say you should be afraid of men that shall die? Because what? We're not going to die. You Amalekites, you small hats, you top hats, you still experience death. And you weren't always in the land, and now you're in the land, but yet the same people whose bloodline you come from are the same people that's trying to do the things that said would cut off the nation of Israel from being a nation, cut off the seed of Israel. Where it said to measure the depths of the heaven and the depths of the sea, he would the stop the ordinances of the sun, moon, and the stars. That didn't stop. But yet they're the ones, their same people are the ones going out there trying to attempt these things, but yet your same people are in the land of Israel claiming to be the children of Israel. That don't make no sense. That's confusion. And that's why the Lord is bringing you down. The Lord is bringing you, and what? He started with the prophets, starting with the apostles of GMS on down, to the men preaching the name YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI in sincerity and in truth. Something's up. And it's that you're not the children of Israel. And the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. The proof has been in the pudding, but now the pudding is being exposed. Now you're being exposed. Now the truth is out. The veil is being taken off the nation's eyes. The true men of Israel, starting with the elect, have been enlightened. The names, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, the true names of the one true living God have been exposed, have been revealed back to the children of Israel. Remembering ourselves in the land of our captivity. When did you remember yourselves in the land of your captivity? Where's the land of your captivity? Your captivity wasn't here in America. You talk about Nazi Germany and all that shit. Like, what? When were you rooted out of the land of Israel? It's documented when we were rooted out of the land of Israel, 70 AD. And in the scriptures, we were rooted out what? The Babylonians carried us into captivity. All these nations had us in captivity. The Babylonians, the Persians, the Greeks are you Edomites. The Romans are you Edomites. So here it is, you the Romans, you're the Israelites, you're the Americans. Like, come on. Make it make sense. It can't. Because you're not the children of Israel. So, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I didn't make this too long. I didn't want to make this too long, but I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.